Hello everyone, this is Dr. Surya. So today we are going to see about curved surface, that is forces on curved surface that is submerged in a liquid, and we are going to solve some of the problems. So the first problem is find the horizontal and vertical component of water pressure acting on the face of a Tainter gauge of 90 degree sector of radius 4 meter as shown in figure. Take width of gate as unity. So this is what is given in the problem. So first of all, what is this Tainter gate? So Tainter gate, we can say it as it's a type of a floodgate, and these type of gate will be used in dams and canals to control the water flow. So this has been named in terms of an structural engineer named Jeremiah Burnham Tainter, and this gate is a radial arm floodgate. Mainly the purpose of this gate is to control the flood water flow. Okay, this is also called as a radial gates, and this can be used as spillway also, so that because of the simplicity and efficient design, they are used to control the flood. Okay, now coming back to the problem. So they have asked us to find the horizontal and vertical component of the water pressure. So they have given the other data also. So the first data is that they have given the radius of gate as 4 meter and width of gate as 1 meter. That is, they have given us unity. So width of gate is 1 meter, and they have asked us to find the horizontal and vertical component. So first thing, we'll find the horizontal component. So we all know the formula. So Fx is equal to force on AdB. So AdB is going to be what is the force that is going to be acting in the area AdB. Okay, this is what we are going to find. So what is the horizontal force due to water? So you can see, so this AdB is going to be the gauge, and water is on the left hand side of that gate, and what will be the horizontal force that is exerted by the water on the gate? This is what we are going to see. So the formula will be Fx is equal to rho g a h bar. You know that rho is 1000 and g is 9.81. So now we have to find the a as well as h bar. So what is a here? Area will be the area of AB. So area is nothing but, what is the area of AB into width of the gate. So this is the gate. So AB into width of the gate. So width of the gate, we all know it is 1. So we have to find the value of AB. So in order to find the value of AB, so AB is nothing but, I can write it as 2 into AD into width of the gate is 1. I have forgot one data, that is this angle will be 90 degree. Okay, so this is 90 degree is given in the problem. So you can see here 90 degree sector. So 2 into AD into 1. So because I'll write it here, AB is equal to 2 AD. Okay, now we have to find what is the value of AD. If the complete angle is 90 degree and this angle will be 45 degree. Okay, so now my AD will be equal to, that is, I am taking sine 45. So sine 45 is nothing but opposite side by hypotenuse. So which is AD by hypotenuse value is 4. So my AD is nothing but 4 into sine 45. So I can write it as A is equal to 2 into sine 45 into 1. Okay, so into 4, I have left this 4 also. So 4 into 1. So the value will be going to be, area is going to be 5.656 meter square. So this is going to be my area. Next I have to find my h bar. So h bar is nothing but AB by 2, and we know AB is nothing but 2 AD by 2. So this 2 and 2 is going to get cancelled. And what is my AD here? AD is nothing but 4 sine 45. So which we have found already, 4 sine 45. So which is equal to 2.828 meter. So my Fx value will be equal to rho g a h bar. So which is equal to 1000 into 9.81 into area is 5.656 into 2.828. So my Fx value will be equal to 156911 Newton. So this can be written as 156.911 kilo Newton. Next we have to find our vertical component. So we have found out our horizontal component Fx. Next we have to find our vertical component Fy. So what is this Fy? So Fy is nothing but the weight of water that is supported by the curved surface. So we can see a curved surface here. So what is the weight of water that is supported by the curved surface ACB? In simple, I can say that weight of water in portion ACBDA. So what is the weight of water that is supported? So I am writing it here. So which is nothing but weight of water in portion ACBDA. Okay, so as usual, you know what is the weight formula. So I am writing here, which is nothing but rho g into area of ACBDA into width of gate. So we have seen this formula in the previous video itself, how it comes. So I am writing directly. So Fy is nothing but rho g into area of ACBDA into width of gate. So how can I find the area of ACBDA? So you can see here I'm in need of the data of area ACBDA. How to find it? I can simply find it by area of sector ACBOA minus of triangle ABO. So it is very simple, right? So we are having one triangle here, that is AOB. AOB is a triangle here. So I can find the area of the whole sector and then I can minus the triangle. If I do that, I will be getting the area of ACBDA. So this is what I am going to do now. Okay, so I am rewriting it. So Fy is equal to rho g, instead of rho g I am writing 1000 into 9.81, and instead of area of ACBDA I am writing it as area of sector ACBOA minus area of triangle ABO into 1. So which is equal to 9810. So the formula is pi by 4 r square for the area of sector ACBOA, and for triangle you know that half BH. So half into BO into AO. So you can check that diagram for this, how you are getting this B half into BH. So just I am writing the formula. So which is equal to 9810 into pi by 4 into the radius is given as 4. So 4 square minus half into 4 into 4 into 1. I will be getting the answer as 44796 Newton. So Fy is 44.796 kilonewton. So this will be my answer. The next problem is, a dam is having a parabolic shape and they have given the equation which is y is equal to y naught into x by x naught the whole square. So this will be that equation, and they have given that x naught is 6 meter and y naught is 9 meter. Fluid is water and it is having a density of 1000 kg per meter cube. So we have to compute the horizontal, vertical and the resultant thrust that is exerted by water per meter length of the dam. So this is what is given in the problem. So previously there is no equation will be given to you. Now the difference is that they have given you the equation. So equation of the curve OA is given to you, that is equal to y is equal to y naught into x by x naught the whole square. So we know the value of y0 and x0, so we can just substitute the value of y0 and x0 here, and we'll find one generic equation with the terms x and y. So instead of y0 I am substituting 9, and x by x0 value is 6. I am just substituting it. So I am writing 9 into x squared by 36, where I get this, when I cut down it becomes 4. Y is equal to x squared by 4. Okay, so I am getting y is equal to x squared by 4. So x squared is equal to 4y, where my x is equal to root of 4y. So x is equal to 2 root y, or I can write it as x is equal to 2y power half. So this is going to be the equation, and they have given the width of the dam to be 1 meter. That is, let me take B as 1 meter. So I can write it here. So first thing, they have asked us to determine the horizontal thrust that is exerted by water, vertical thrust exerted by water, as well as the resultant thrust. So this is what is given to us. So first we'll find out the horizontal thrust, which is going to be Fx. So Fx is nothing but what is the force that is exerted by water on the vertical surface OB. So this, on this surface OB, what will be the force that is going to be exerted? In simple, I can say that the surface obtained by projecting the curved surface on vertical plane, that is upon the surface OA, what is the force of water that is going to act on it? So as usual, the formula is Fx is equal to rho g Ah bar. Okay, so rho value is 1000, g value is 9.81, and A is nothing but area. It is very simple, that is 9 into 1, because they have given the vertical height, and we know the value of the width of the gate, into h bar is 9 by 2. Since because height is known, we can write as such. So my Fx value is going to be 397305 Newton. So Fx is equal to 397.305 kilonewton. Next we have to get the value of our vertical thrust, that is Fy. So Fy is nothing but weight of water in the portion ABO. So ABO. So upon this portion, what is the weight of water that is acting on it? So this is what we are going to find. So here also we know the formula, which is rho g into area of OAB into width of dam. Okay. Now if you take the area of OAB, so it is very difficult to find the complete area. But one thing is that we know the equation. So what I am going to do is, we are going to take a small strip on it. So we will take the small strip and we are going to integrate it to determine the complete area. And we know the limits at x is equal to 0 and y is going to be 9 meters. So limits is also known to us, and the equation is also known to us. So and it will be easier for us to find our area in this manner. So I am writing here rho is 1000, g is 9.81. So I am taking the limit to be 0 to 9 meter into x of dy into 1. Okay, so 1000 into 9.81 into limits, within the limits 0 to 9. So instead of x, we have determined the equation as x is equal to 2y power half. So I am writing it here. So 2 into y power half dy into 1. Okay, now we have to integrate this equation. So 1000 into 9.81 into 2 is going to be remain constant. So I am taking this 2 outside. 0 to 9 y power half dy into 1. So what is the formula? Integral formula is, it's nothing but y power n is equal to y power n plus 1, y power n dy is equal to y power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. So here it is given as y power half. Instead of n place, I am having y power half. Y power half is equal to y power half plus 1 divided by half plus 1. So if I take this, I will be getting y power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2. Okay, so 1000 into 9.81 into 2 into y power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 within the limits 0 to 9 into 1. Okay, so this is equal to, when I get this value I am substituting it, so 1000 into 9.81 into 2 into, instead of y I am substituting 9 power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 minus 0 power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2. So I am just applying the limits into 1, and by simplifying I will be getting the answer of my Fy is equal to 353160 Newton, and my Fy is going to be 353.160 kilonewton. So I have determined the value of my horizontal thrust and vertical thrust. So third one is I have to get the value of my resultant thrust. So the formula for resultant thrust F is equal to root of Fx square plus Fy square, so which is equal to root of 397305 square plus 353160 square. So I will be getting my resultant thrust value as 531574 Newton, so which is equal to 531.574 kilonewton. Now I have to get the direction of this resultant force or direction of this resultant thrust. So direction of the resultant thrust is given by tan theta is equal to Fy by Fx. So this is the formula. So which is equal to 3533160 divided by 397305. So tan theta is equal to 0.888. Theta is equal to tan inverse of 0.888. So theta is going to be 41.63 degree. So this is my answer. Thank you. Happy learning.